and we are blessed with large numbers. So in a PowerPoint, probably it would become difficult for you to accommodate the photographs of all your students. Here you can, so even if there are 50 students, you can have 5 stacks of 10 each, and each one gets represented in a photograph in your presentation. So that's the...
Ma'am, if you don't mind, can you please show the grid option in the grid option? How does the screen look like?
Okay, so we'll just go to grid here. And again, I just have to
okay, the grid is
the images. Okay. So I'll just try and do it for you quickly.
So basically, the grid is the main screen where we are creating the presentation.
No, in the main screen, we are using the grid option to display our photographs in the form of a grid.
All right. Okay. Got it.
Right. I'll just quickly do it with not many, just 2 or 3. In your sway, how it would look, this is how it would look. Right, so can I share with you?
Got it.
I just added 3. So these are different options to group your photographs. It could be a stack, it could be a grid, whatever you choose to. And another feature of sway is, you can see where my cursor is. This is a navigation tool. So if I click here, in that way I can go to any part of the presentation that I want to. And I don't necessarily have to go in order. I could choose where I want to go and then do that. And again, I was talking of slider option comparison. I'll just show that. So again, I'll go back to the preview to see how it looks. So can you see the double arrows here? And with my cursor, I can drag. So is that visible, the movement?
Yes,
no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Right. So I can compare 2 pictures. So it could be before and after, or, you know, a green area and a polluted one, or whatever you're trying to compare. Now here, I haven't taken it very logically, but I've taken some liquid water and some molecules, a molecular structure. But still, if I was talking about it in class, I could use this to compare the 2 pictures. So that's again an interesting option in Sway. Right, so that was about all the card options I was talking of. I'll just quickly repeat. We have a heading card, text card, and under media we have an image card, a video, an audio option. Suppose you want to record your own voice along with the presentation, this would help you do it. Like in Office Mix, you record. So here you could have an audio file and insert that so that it plays with your presentation. And under the group, we have an automatic option. We could stack, we can have a comparison, a slideshow, and a grid. Now these options are very, very important, particularly when you're making a presentation to the parents about a field trip you've had, or maybe projects that have been done in your class, or maybe some, even if you ask children to submit their projects in the form of a sway, you can put all the sways, you can embed them, a sway in a sway, and then display it. So all this makes it very, very friendly for presentations, particularly as educators when we have to accommodate a large number of photographs or videos. So other than the cards, now I'll take you to the design option. So just like we have, we can choose designs in PowerPoint for formatting the slides. Here you can do that for your cards. So all these options are available. And another thing is, Sway will give you color options based on your pictures. Right, and then I come to the layout. So there are 3 forms of layouts. So earlier you were seeing we were moving from side to side, and now we are scrolling vertically. Right, and the third option is optimized for presentation. Right, so is that visible? And again, if I'm not happy after all this, I can always click the remix button. Okay, and then we go to the share option. So when I click on share, I can invite people either to view the sway or to edit it. So again, the control as an educator is in my hands, whether I want my students just to view, or am I sharing it with a colleague and I want their inputs into it. Or if I'm giving my students a group project where I want all of them to work together, I could give them the edit option. And many number of people can work on the same sway together. And as you can see, it gives me a...
please just Ma'am,
Yes.
how can we share? Like if we click on the edit option, it will be shareable by all the students, and simultaneously n number of students can work on the same file. If I'm not wrong, that's what you explained.
Yeah, if you give the edit option and you share it with your students, just like you work
if we just click on the edit option, then how do we share this file with them?
Yeah, I'm just coming to that. As you can see, there is a link here.
Yeah.
In the rectangular box. And here you have the copy link option where my cursor is.
Okay.
So I can click on that, copy the link, go back and paste it in my email or share it in any manner like we share the link now for the Skype session.
Right.
So your students will be able to see that sway and also work on it. And as you can see, you can also share the sway on Facebook, on Twitter, LinkedIn. And this is another interesting option, get embed code. So you can get the embed code and paste that embed code in whatever other tool, like you can embed a sway in OneNote or even embed a sway in a sway, and you can share it by using this embed code.
We can share it in Office Mix also?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
And as you can see, there are more options. So we can keep exploring and learning. And when you embed a sway in another sway, you have to first open the sway you want to embed and click on the share icon. So this is where I had clicked the share icon. And then you get the embed code. Now, for example, if I want to embed this way in another way, I need to get the embed code. So as you can see, I've got this long code. So I can right click and copy this. And if I copy this and I go paste it in another way, when people are watching that way, they could, when they come to this part where this code, embed code is there, when they click on it, they will be able to view this way.
But ma'am, where do we paste it? Where is the option to paste it in the another way?
See, if I have copied this, and then I go to the other way where I want this way embedded, I can go paste there in a text box.
And from where do we get the option of text box?
Like just now when I created this way, I started with
Okay, got it, ma'am. Got it. On the in the cards area.
Yeah, in the cards area.
Okay, and so then that link will become operational. We can just click on the link and continue
it will become. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
all right, ma'am. Got it.
And so like this, you can embed this way in another way. That's
okay, ma'am. Got it.
I think a very positive aspect of
sway. Definitely. This is a wonderful tool.
Yeah. So like suppose you've given your children project on to do something on sway, and 5 of them have submitted or 6 have submitted. You could put all those 6 in one sway and show it. So that would be a way to use it. And sway is also supported by a number of sites from where you can embed the content that is required. You can even put in Microsoft Forms. Like all of you filled in a form for registering for the webinar.
Yes, ma'am.
Or for marking your attendance. So that form can be embedded in this way. Or even from even from OneDrive, Word, Excel, any document you can put it in Sway. And some of the other sites which are not Microsoft sites can also be, which are Sway friendly is Google Calendar, Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Maps. Everything can be put in here. So even
and the link, we just have to paste the link of whatever file, whether it's an Excel or whatever you said. Like you said all MS files can be shared on a Sway, embedded on the Sway.
Yes.
And for that, we just have to paste the links in the cards.
If you get an embed code, wonderful. Otherwise, those links would work.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
So, Samruti, as I said, it's even from Google Maps, interactive maps can be put in here. So, if you're a geography teacher, that would be a great way. You could have a map and also pictures of the place which you're trying to teach. And it would make for a very, very interactive lesson. So, similarly in science, if you're trying to teach flora and fauna or any other aspect, you could have a map there and the pictures. So, that would make it very interactive and student-centric. Even from Twitter, you can put in. From YouTube, you can put in videos. So, it's very supportive of these sites. And this list is available on Microsoft support site. So, they keep adding as and when new things come up. And again, you can share a Sway.
How to save this Sway file?
You don't have to save it. It's auto saved. Like now I am creating this Sway. I created it just now, right? So if I have to just close this. It would be visible to me under my Sways. So I'll just show you that in a minute. So because I had logged in from my Outlook account, so when I click on the Sway icon, as you can see under my sways, this water one is there on the top left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's automatically saved. I don't have to do anything.
Okay.
And I can later on open it and I can edit it or make whatever changes I want. I can share it. So all that is possible. And I'll just show you this one. I was telling you this PPT that I was sharing. I had converted it into Sway by going from start from a document. So I'll just open that and show you. So can you see this? How it's, I'll just play it for you. Can you see the ground rules that I showed?
Yes.
At the start. So this Sway has converted my presentation into this form. Right? So that time I had not completed the presentation. I was just playing around with it. And this is what has come out of it.
Ma'am, can you please repeat this particular step once?
Yeah, see, when I was making the Sway for the webinar, today's webinar, I went to sway.com. Right, and I clicked on start from a document. Right, so I'll just try and do it. So as you can see, this webinar, this presentation is on my desktop. So if I click on this presentation, so can you see it's creating the PPT that I'm sharing with you for the webinar? It is converting it into a Sway. And while it's creating, I just want to share that Sway is a wonderful tool for collaborative projects. So can you see, I'll just play it now that it's done. Suppose you've had a Skype session with another classroom in a different country. And their students have some information and your students have some information. And they put it together by sharing a Sway, that would become a collaborative project for you. Right? So I'm just going to play this and you saw how it converted right in front of you.
And even the PDF file that you have just converted into is visible in this particular Sway.
Yeah, so that's the magic of it. If you have any of your presentations, you can convert them into Sways.
Okay.
Right, and as you can see, this is for editing. So whenever you have to edit, you have to click on this icon here, the pencil icon. And for sharing, you will click on the share icon. And if I am not happy with what has been created, all I need to do is, can someone tell me what I should do?
Edit it, ma'am.
Just click on the remix button.
What will happen if we click on the remix?
Yeah, what will happen?
You just see what happened, ma'am, when I clicked. Right? Can you see the ground rules appearing in a different format? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, the video is slow, so
only a
takes
text
time.
file is visible, ma'am, now.
Yeah, because
the moment you clicked
I'm
on remix, it created a text file.
No,
Now it's
it
written
will-
ground rules. Okay.
So you can see all the slides have come in.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So it's just taking a little time to appear because of the net connectivity. But you can see it's absolutely like magic, and you can become so childlike because it's so interesting to watch the different forms coming in.
Okay.
And one more thing is, suppose I feel this is good. I don't need to change, but maybe I can get something better. In that case, you can go to other options here. There are those 3 dots. You can click and you can duplicate this way. Right? So that gives you a copy, and with the next one, you can remix. So suppose you feel this is better, then you can go in for this, or you can choose the new one.
Oh, that's great.
Right? So as you can see that they say we'll create a copy of this sway and add it to your My Sways page. You can rename it first if you want, because naturally it'll be confusing if there are 2 files with the same name. So I'll just call it Webinar June and click. It will be saved as in My Sways.
All right.
That means we can edit it by either edit that pencil tool or by remix.
See, edit is you want to add a card, you want to add some content, you want to add images. Then you have to click on edit. But once it is made and you want the design and the layout changed, you have to click on the remix. So see, it's giving me option. I can either go to My Sways or I can edit it. So when I go to My Sways, can you see there is one Sway Webinar June that I named, and the other one is just Sway Webinar.
Right.
So I can save one and then play around with the other, incorporating all the changes that I want. And since I'm on it, I was looking at this sway, how to sway. This is another sway you can watch after the webinar. It's quite informative and interesting. And another project I came up, a very cute one. There is this course on Introduction to Sway in education.microsoft.com. So when you do that course, under that there is a video. So which has been made by children of grade 2 from 2 different countries. 3 children, and they've made one on a cow. So that was just an example that sway lends itself right from, nursery or kindergarten. You could use it for interesting stories, rhymes, then later on for simple projects. And as you move to higher classes, it could be for collaborative projects, for project-based learning, for creating portfolios of students, for the senior ones, even to create their resumes, you can use a sway. And it's interesting both for teachers and students because the content is interactive. And if you pass this information on to your students and ask them to make, they can come up with wonderful projects. And as I was saying, that number of people can work together and collaboratively make sway. So it's an absolutely collaborative tool. And just one point which I have missed out, when you're putting in an image, you can decide the focus points. So in that case, even when you remix, the sway will remember the points that it has to focus upon. And suppose it's a picture of a group of people and you want a particular person circled and you focus there. Even when the sway remixes, the focus will still be on the same person. Right, I think that is about. And if you forget all that I have been doing, there is this tutorials option here where you can click and there's a video about sway, so you could watch that.
Ma'am, but how do we use that focus option?
I'll have to just go back. Suppose, okay.
Yeah, if you could just show us one of them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I hope the speed permits me the connectivity.
अगर मेरा वाईफाई होता ना वीडियो दिखाई देता है।
Right, I'm just randomly picking off cards. Right, so you saw when I clicked on that, I can set the emphasis on this card to subtle, or maybe set the emphasis to moderate or intense. So suppose I set it as intense. Now my focal point is going to be so can you see it's showing me the options, focus point, emphasize, or I could even delete.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Got it. I've understood. कहाँ पे हैं ये options? Delete icon के साथ. Okay.
Yeah, if I want to delete, I just have to use that.
Okay. Okay. So this image goes entirely to the background then?
No, it won't go to the background. So let me see the right here. When I'm doing this, the entire image is important. But
Ma'am, you have right clicked right now?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's here where I decide. Now I can click on the entire image is important, or I can say reset and
Ma'am, I think you need to focus on the bottom area on any.
so I'm just going to preview it and see how it works. Right. I think, I'm sorry, the net is slow. It's not moving beyond. So it's coming. Okay, I'm sorry, it's just not moving, so I'll leave it at that, and we'll just give time for some question answers.
Ma'am, many were asking about the collaboration part.
Okay, collaboration, as I was sharing, is it happens when some information is shared between two groups or two people or groups, and combining that information, some new development is made. So, for example, when you communicate on Skype, that is just communication. But if both the parties put together some information and come up with a new inference or a solution to the problem, then that becomes a collaborative project.
No, ma'am, but how to go about it?
Yeah, how to go about it now? Suppose you just give me an example of the kind of project you would want to do.
Suppose Indian children are sharing their work with the New Zealand children. So, how can this way be used?
Yeah, so what would be the topic that you would be working upon?
Cuisine of India?
Pardon? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Cuisines, ma'am, food items.
Okay, food items, right? Now, suppose Indian children talk about their cuisine and New Zealand children talk about their cuisine. That merely becomes sharing of information. But
yeah,
suppose they go into the nutritive value of, our food and their food, and decide to come up with a fusion kind of a dish, which takes in nutritive content from, say, both the countries, some nutritive food, raw material, and comes up with a new dish. That would be a collaborative project.
Hi, can I add for collaboration?
It will be done in this way.
Can I get in?
Hello, so can I just children will work together on the sway.
Okay.
And make a presentation of it.
Hello, can I add in? I'm Shefali speaking.
Yes, Shefali, ma'am.
Yeah. See, actually, there is a link for share. So that link both the parties can have, because I've done this in my classroom with the groups. So suppose I am having the link of that share and I give it to all my friends in my group. Each person on the same sway can put in material and they can collaborate and work. That would be collaboration on sway. That is how I have worked in the classroom.
Yeah, but ma'am, here I'm talking about different countries. What I need to ask is, what I want is there any particular button or any tool by which we can collaborate? This is what exactly I want to know.
Yeah, so with that link, share links. Other country can also have the same share link. You can also have, and everybody can open from that same share link the same way. And whatever.
All right.
Yeah, I think this. I hope I've answered your question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, ma'am. But just to add to it, as I was emphasizing, there is something on 21st Century Learning Design on education.microsoft.com. So, yeah, you can go through that, and that gives a clearer picture of what is collaboration.
Yeah, but
all right.
as she was talking about cuisines, collaboration can always be that children are discussing cuisine of the two countries and how, like suppose rice is there, then how rice is cooked in two different countries in a different way, but getting the same nutrition and connected with science.
Hello.
And that can be very well a collaborative project.
Hello.
Okay, ma'am, I think this is a separate topic in itself and requires a lot of discussion, and we are running out of time.
Very true.
So I'll just ask everyone to share the link for attendance,
No,
and
please
you can
tell
always
offline mode.
write
Offline.
in and
Mr. Can you
yeah,
please
as I was saying, as a app, it's available on Windows in the offline mode. You can view the sways, but I'm not sure yet whether you can edit them.
Okay.
No, you cannot edit it, Simon ma'am.
Yeah, you can't edit, you can only view it.
Okay.
Windows 10 app will cache that way, but you can view it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, can you share about what is today's assignment?
Yeah, the assignment I'll just share, ma'am.